If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Okay, I gotta get started on this steak, y'all, because I've been waiting too long. Make sure I get some good color on here or something. What's going on here? There we go. It's a little better. Anyway, let me turn off this fan. Sure got an odd-shaped steak. Ribeye looks like New York strip steak, to be honest with you. Because I had to order my steak from Sam's Club online so I could pick up some meat. Oh, yes, I do have COVID, so that was fun to deal with. And, you know, I'm still getting occasional small headaches or fevers or something. But overall, it's just a trifle. And the biggest trifle is I can't go get anything done, but at least I can come here and talk to you, though. Alright, let me see if I can jog my memory, because I have also been having a hard time concentrating with the headaches, I guess. Going through some of my photos, here's a picture of me laying in bed trying to cool off a little bit. My head was getting kind of hot. There's my positive COVID result. April 30th, 11 a.m. Yay! So after I saw that, I started thinking, well, you know, there were some things I could do differently, because if I didn't have COVID, I could at least go get groceries and do things normal. But the one thing I realized immediately is that I'm going to have a plan for this. And it wasn't going to be like the first time I went through COVID, when I had family living across the street and family living nearby where they could come help out. In this case, we're kind of stranded where we are for the most part. Granted, I could get somebody to come help, but thankfully I didn't have to, because I knew these stores had set up pickup shopping and delivery shopping. So I looked into those options and found out delivery is not free, especially where I am, because I'm a little far from the stores out here in the country a little bit. But we found out that you can do pickup for free, and it's completely touchless, so it makes it very, very convenient. The only drawback was buying the steaks. They gave me a pack of meat I wouldn't have picked off the shelf myself. I have just been chowing down while I review my notes. I forgot I was recording. But anyway, as I looked through these pictures, I noticed something as I was seeing in, let's see, who was this? I think this was Walmart's app. But anyway, you can see here at the top, it's got filet mignon beef, $169. And then tomahawk steaks, $140 for a pack of two. Pack of two for $140. That's $70 a steak, yo. I don't know about that. If I was in a real fancy restaurant with some real beautiful scenery, that might be the right price for one of those steaks, but whoa. And then 6 12-ounce ribeyes. That was the one that caught my attention, because that's what I was looking for. And I figured, you know, divide that out. What are you talking now? Oh, yeah, that's $35 a pound. So for those ribeyes, it's $35 a pound. I'm sorry, that was Amazon. I realize now based on the picture. Let me double check. Yeah, that's Amazon. So Amazon prices, you're talking $35 a pound for ribeye, and you don't know what you're going to get. You take what they give you. Here was a few more from Amazon. 4-pack of 12 ounces for $140 on the top there. I won't even compare the Kobe beef, but still, that's 1 pound for $265. Are you serious? Is anybody ordering this? And then this one from Amazon also, what's that, $169 for a pound of meat. How is this even, how are their prices so far off? I understand shipping, but I know that, and they're technically doing free shipping, but they're not going to sell any meat this way. Oh, here's where I found the items I ordered from Sam's Club, or I looked at ordered items from Sam's Club. And I've been wanting to talk about these ingredients with you. You see here on this Angus Members Mark ground Angus beef patties. You look at the ingredients here. Angus beef, beef. Why is Angus beef and beef two different ingredients? Flavoring. What kind of flavoring? Encapsulated salt. Encapsulated apparently means salt with hydrogenated cottonseed oil. So they literally ruined this meat. Cottonseed oil is Crisco. That's the bottom line, is that this is stuff you don't want when you're on a carnivore diet, and especially if you're on lion diet, you don't want this crap in your system. So you got to really become an ingredients inspector. Just because it says meat doesn't mean it's always meat. And just because it's at a convenience store doesn't mean it doesn't have hydrogenated cottonseed oil on it. And just for giggles, I looked at these fully cooked Angus beef patties. $17.62, so that's $5.87 a pound for pre-cooked meat. Considering the labor taken out, that kind of makes it a good value, right? Not when you look at the ingredients. Beef, sounds good. Water, sounds good. Spices, just any spices. Salt, sounds good. Natural flavoring. That just opens Pandora's box right there. What is natural flavoring? It's not flavor of the meat extracted from the meat somehow and added back to the meat. It's something that gives you a flavor that tastes natural to somebody, but changes the flavor of this meat to be whatever that natural flavoring is. And some of the things I've seen that are actually natural flavoring are pretty disgusting things to think about, when you could just have beef, water, and salt as the ingredients on a pack of meat. If you're using water and salt, you don't even need water and salt to have that in the ingredients on a package of meat, unless you're buying carnivore crisps. Let's see, here's a steak I had last night. Yeah, I think that gets me pretty well caught up on the pictures part. Let me check one more thing. I made a short video about this yesterday, but I wasn't really feeling good enough to wrap the video up, so I went inside and I laid down and got up this morning and felt good enough. I started doing some work from home type of stuff. When you're talking about something like getting sick like this, I like to make sure that I don't leave anything out that might be important. But at the same time, I'm not here to try to be the answer for all things about this, about this virus. I'm trying not to mention the name too many times because you know how YouTube is with these videos. But I'm only here to talk about this in the regard that this forced change that I got to go through now for the next 10 days or so while I deal with the quarantine period, it slows down the process I had for wanting to get back on track with exercise and things that were just going fine. It seems like that's what happens a lot of times when you start exercising. Something comes along and knocks you off course, and it's really hard to get back on track. Well, I'm like, ooh, I'm busting at the seams wanting to exercise some while I'm dealing with this issue. But to be honest with you, I think it's best that I still just keep taking it easy while my body recovers from this, because it doesn't need to be trying to repair the damage I'm doing to it from an exercise at the same time as it's repairing issues that are being caused by the virus. But I will say that the reason why I'm probably healthy enough to just sit here and talk about it casually like this has a lot to do with the fact that I've changed my diet. I know a lot of people think that the virus is completely gone, but I've had some friends that have had it recently, and one of them, he had a real close bout with it, but he's older and got some comorbidities, so, there's a concern there. But in my situation, I feel great, just dealing with an illness. It is what it is. And we're just going to try to deal with the issue and look at this opportunity of rest as being something that was required, and just fit it into our daily plan and keep on going. And that's what you need to do too. Because I know a lot of you have talked to me about when you have a hard time sticking with your exercise plan, when you have a hard time sticking with your diet, when you break for cravings, when you don't exercise one day. Like I said before, I like to make up exercise I missed. But at some point, I got to give myself a slate clean so I can come back and start fresh. Like, I'm going to miss 2 weeks like this. I'm not going to just jump back in and start doing 100 squats a day. I'm going to start doing a few push-ups, a few squats, a few sit-ups. I just need to get good rest. I believe that's important, is to get good rest. I just know when it comes to fighting off a virus, it's good to rest your body. And rest your mind, which is why I didn't jump up first thing this morning and make this video. I had to get through some things, and I had to take some breaks today because it's really slowing me down. Meanwhile, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and hopefully encourage you to keep pressing on. Even when life gets in the way, you can still get up and do it. So say, screw it! Get up and do it. Start fixing that diet that you need to fix so that you can get your body in the shape you need it to be in. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready to act. And hopefully, you'll feel a little better too. I know I do. See you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Probably tell my voice sounds a little different. It sounds a little different in my head anyway, so I'm assuming it sounds different to you.